girls, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this video is going to be about the education major, but before you get into the program. And so please do not mind the junk in the background. I am moving out because it is the end of the semester. Okay. But anyways, so I just want to give y'all a couple of tips to you know, get you a little acquainted about the education major before you come into it, because these are some things that I wish I would have known beforehand, and if I can help y'all out, then I'm going to help y'all out. The first thing is the types of education majors. So you have middle grades education is 6th through 8th. Early childhood is K through 5. In special education, if I'm not mistaken, you can be a special education teacher throughout, because I know I had some high school special education teachers, and you know there's middle school. For secondary, Albany State does not offer secondary education for math majors and history majors, but you can major in that subject area, math and history, and then minor in education and still go through the same, basically the same route. But we do have secondary education for hyper, like health, gym teachers, and we have it for science, and we have it for English. So that's really good to know if you want to be an English high school teacher, science high school teacher, or gym teacher, health teacher in high school. Now, classes. There are 3 prerequisite classes that you have to take when you are going into the education major. The first one is 2110, the second one is 2120, and the third one is 2130. And so each class basically prepares you and builds you up the knowledge that you need for when you're getting into the program. And then you're looking at these certain things when you do observation hours to kind of get a view of how it is in a real life classroom. It's the book work or the information that you get before you actually go into the process. Speaking of observation hours, you will need to do 10 hours a semester. So if you have 3 prerequisite classes, you will need to do 10 hours for each class. And what observation hours are is when you go into a school, they pick the school for you to go into based off of your major. So if you're early childhood, you'll be going to an elementary school. If you're middle grades or secondary, you'll be going to a high school or middle school. And what you'll do is you'll observe the teacher, you'll observe the environment, and you'll also observe the students. You'll take notes. Some teachers might let you, you know, interact with the students. Some teachers might want you to just sit back and watch. Others teachers might actually want you to be more hands-on and, you know, help with the lesson. So it just really depends on the teacher that you get. And what you do is you're going to take notes, you know, observe, and then at the end of that course, you're going to write a paper on what you observed. And so you'll do that for each prerequisite class. And by the time you get to your 2130, you should have more than enough knowledge about not only what you saw in the school, but also what you were learning the whole entire semester. And so it'll all come together. But before you observe, you will have to do a background check. Each semester you need a background check because they don't know if you killed somebody or not last week or last semester. You know, they need to make sure that you're able and fit to be inside a school around children. So background check and liability. There are 2 different types of liabilities. There is Page, which is a membership that I got the Page because I just felt like it was more simple, you know, just to pay my $15 for the whole year, and it's year round. There's another membership you can get called GAE, and that's Georgia Association of Educators. And that membership, I would suggest it, even though I didn't have that membership. I would suggest it because it comes with more things. Like, they help you with the GACE prep. They just it's more assisting to what you need as far as how your semester is going to go and what you need in your classes and what you need to learn. So I would prefer that. I think it's more, a little bit more. I don't know how much it is because I never tried it, but when you get here, they will tell you which one that you can get, and those are the 2 main ones, Page and GAE, Georgia Association of Educators. So keep in mind, if you want to do some research, you can look up page membership or page.org, and you can look up the GAE one. So if you want to get more information about how to be a member, and you will need to pick either one or the other. I'm pretty sure there's more, but you will need to pick one or the other in order for you to be able to get into the schools, because you need a liability membership, meaning that you're a college student and you're certified, or you're held accountable to be inside of a school. Okay, so next is testing. The GACE is similar to the SAT, and actually if you scored a 1080 on your SAT, you'll be exempt from taking the GACE completely. And that's something that I wish I definitely would have known in high school, because I would have worked harder to not have to take the GACE. But I'm telling y'all, these are some of the things that you don't know until you get into the program. That's why I'm here to help you. But anyways, so 1080 flat for the SAT, and there's 3 parts: reading, writing, and math. And what else? And oh yeah, also you have to score at least a 250 to get into the education program. So you have to score a 250 to pass. You have to score 250 in each part to pass. If you get below that, you will have to retake it. And speaking of retaking it, it costs money. So let me tell y'all how much money it costs to take this test. All right, so each test is $78 a piece. If you take all 3 of them together, that's $128. But if you take them separate, then that's $78 a piece. Some people suggest that you take them separate because you'll have a better chance at just focusing on one. But some people also work better at just taking it all together and just seeing their score and then going back if they need to retake anything, doing it that way versus spending, $78 a piece on each test, which is 3. So you can do the math. 78 times 3. Did you do the math? Because I didn't do it. So yeah, but that's just how much the test costs. And if you do not pass a 250, you will have to retake it, because you have to pass all 3 parts to get admitted into the program. And so you have the GACE program admissions. That's the one with 3 parts. And then you also have GACE ethics. This test costs $30, and it's like modules that you have to do, that you have to take, and it's basically to allow you to understand and learn the code of conduct, the code of ethics about education. So what to do and what not to do as far as being a teacher. And there's just certain things that you need to do, certain rules that you need to abide by before actually becoming a certified teacher. So that's another exam that you have to pay for $30 before getting into the program. All of these exams and classes that you have to take, it's going towards something, and that's called the EdTPA application. And so each student that is a part of the education major will have to turn in a big application to get admitted into the program. And so this application is like pages long, and that incorporates your GACE program admission scores, code of ethics, GACE ethics test. You have to do an essay based off of your whole reasoning for being a teacher, and it's more detail. I'm just giving y'all a summary of it. And this is not until you get to your 2130 class. So when you're just getting into the education program for 2110 and 2120, be mindful that it's coming up, but you won't turn this application in until the end of your 2130 class, because that's the last prerequisite class that you have. So you have to do the essay, you have to get 2 letter recommendations, and it's just a series of things you have to do. So just be mindful that everything you're doing from when you first get into the to your classes up until the moment that you get before the program, everything is working for a reason. You're doing all this stuff for a reason. You're observing for a reason. Okay guys, so those are my points and pointers and tips for before you get into the program. When I do get into the program, because I'm a sophomore leading into my junior year, I will have a whole nother video for you all, so you all will know what to expect when you do move into the program. I got y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know about that. Just wait on me. I'm getting there. But another thing I want to do is a video about the GACE, so I can kind of give y'all more tips and pointers about what to expect, what to look for all of you test takers that may have anxiety or that may not know exactly, you know, what to expect. I do want to give y'all a video about that, and I just want to keep y'all updated about my education process and how I'm getting through you know, further along in my career, my school career. So I hope these tips helped you. If you still have more questions, feel free to drop them down below, and you know, or email me or hit me up on social media, because I know a lot of y'all be hitting me up on social media, and I love that. Please continue to do that, because I want to make sure that I'm reaching as many people as I can and helping as many people as I can. So continue to do that, and of course please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you. Bye, loves.